Hi there, I'm Danny Flexen and welcome to the Knockout Boxing Betting Guide here on Sportsbet TV. Obviously only one show we're looking at this weekend, with all due respect to the show going on in Cardiff on ESPN and IFL. It's a good show and we might factor that into some of our ACCAs, but the main show we're going to be looking at is of course the one headlined by Anthony Joshua defending his unified world heavyweight titles against 5-week substitute Andy Ruiz Jr. It's AJ's American debut. He'll be looking to make a statement, Madison Square Garden. Historic home of boxing over in the US. Great place to make your American debut. And we need to try it and find some value. And it's not the easiest thing to do. I think Andy Ruiz Jr. at the moment is available either by decision or by stoppage or knockout. Either one, I think, is in the 20s at the moment. So it just shows you the scale of the task facing the Mexican-American as he goes up against a guy with superior technical skills, much bigger in terms of height and reach, and just a better mechanics, more informed, fought a high-level opposition. I could go on and on. I mean, Ruiz Jr. isn't a complete no-hoper. He's got great hand speed. He's a good counter-puncher. His movement's not too bad. His defense is okay. It's just hard to make a genuine case for him winning. But then when we look at AJ, the odds are pretty prohibitive on him getting the job done, as you would expect. So for me, the best bet, I think, at the moment for the main event is AJ to get the job done between the rounds of 5 and 8. So call it the steps bet if you like, 5, 6, 7, 8, if anyone remembers that terrible cheesy song that sticks in your head. I think Ruiz will come out, he'll have a fast start, it'll be his best chance. He's been active recently. AJ could be a bit rusty, hasn't fought since last September. Ruiz has been more active. He's got fast hands. It might take AJ a little while to shake off the rust and to work Ruiz's style out completely. But by rounds kind of 4 or 5, AJ should be in control of it by then. Breaking Ruiz down, Ruiz will need to get inside to make the contest more viable for him. But to get inside, he'll have to go through AJ's long jab and hard right hand. And that's going to be quite difficult. So he will, even if he gets inside, even if he's successful in his strategy, he'll be sustaining punishment. And you would expect that punishment to take its toll no later than round 8. I think that's available, the group betting 5 to 8, around 15 to 8 at the moment. You never know, it might stretch by fight time to 2 to 1. Also, it might narrow, so I would get on it now if I were you. Other kind of ways to find value, Tommy Coyle, Chris Algieri, arguably a 50-50 fight on the undercard. But for a 50-50 fight, Britain's Tommy Coyle is 3 to 1. I actually tip Algieri to win. I think he's got a bit too much top-level experience for Coyle, and I don't think he's quite over the hill yet. But it is a 50-50 fight. You know, it's not a confident pick by any means. And if someone in a 50-50 fight is available at 3 to 1 or better, it's always worth sticking on a cheeky 5 or a cheeky tenner. So maybe have a look at that, Tommy Coyle. If you want to get an ACCA in place, it's even harder to find value. But the best one I found in terms of outright winners, Josh Kelly to beat Ray Robinson in what is kind of a 55-45, 60-40 fight in Kelly's favour. You'd think he'd win, but Robinson is a dangerous outsider in that one. Plus the Saturday night show that I mentioned in Cardiff, go for Craig Evans to repeat his previous victory over Stephen Ormond. Bit more confident about that one. And Algieri, of course, who's a favourite over Coyle. Those 3 add up to just over evens, I believe, as an ACCA. But that's a risky ACCA. If you're going to do that for evens, you might as well go for AJ 5 to 8 for the almost 2 to 1, which is, a much better bet in my opinion. Let us know what you think. Who are going to be the winners in the main fights on Saturday's show? And also, what's the best bet of the weekend? What have I missed? What have I not kind of alluded to? What's the key factor in the main event that maybe I'm ignoring? That means, I don't know, AJ gets the job done sooner, or Ruiz has got a better chance than I've given him. Be great to hear from you in the comments below. We'll respond to some of the better ones. Really appreciate the time. Best of luck gambling at the weekend. Do it responsibly, but I hope you all win. Cheers.